What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the R2F Sports Channel, where today I'll be going through my Premier League predictions for match week 14. Last week I did pretty good. I got 5 out of 9 results correctly predicted. So let's see how I'm going to do this week, and let's get right into the picks. Our first match is between Newcastle and Norwich City. This is the battle of the 20th and 19th place teams. So not the most exciting of games in terms of record. Newcastle are still seeking their first win of the season, currently dropped to 20th place. They've had just a bunch of things wrong with them. So we'll see if they can turn around. Norwich have actually looked pretty good recently. They've gotten 7 points in the last 3 games. So they're definitely looking to turn their season around up to 19th now. I believe they are tied with Burnley on 9 points as well. So they've definitely looked better recently. Something that I found interesting about Norwich, though, 7 out of 13 of their games have either ended in a 2-1 winner loss or a 0-0 draw. So I'm predicting this game will finish 0-0. Our second match this week is between Leeds United and my team, Crystal Palace. I'm hoping for a win this week, but we'll see what happens. Crystal Palace didn't look great yesterday. They kept more possession than Aston Villa, but it just didn't look great going forwards. Just couldn't find anything. And I think this is due to Joachim Anderson being out. Joachim Anderson per game would complete, I believe, 6.3 long balls per game. So he's a big part of their offense and in terms of getting forward. So who knew missing a defender would impact your offense that much? But him being out, I think it's just a huge loss. So I think Palace would definitely concede with him out. But they had a bright spot in that game. Barry Eze finally back after tearing his Achilles. So that's a huge upside for Palace, where if he can get healthy and get going, they're going to be very hard to stop going forwards. Leeds, though, looked very poor against Brighton earlier this week. Everyone just didn't look great on their team. Rafinha was playing very poor. Dan James was playing as a striker. So I guess they have to make some kind of substitute for Patrick Bamford not being healthy. So I think this game's going to be pretty high scoring. Both teams concede a lot of goals. Palace out their best defender. So I think this game will end in a 2-2 draw. Heading into our Wednesday games, first up, we have Watford versus Chelsea. Watford have not had very good form overall against Chelsea. They've only beaten them twice over the last 22 years. And I think that losing streak will definitely continue into this game. Emmanuel Dennis is probably not going to play, who's definitely been their biggest goal threat this season. Over the last 2 weeks for Fantasy Premier League, he's had 2 goals and 3 assists. So he's had a huge impact on their team, and he might potentially miss this game because of an injury. He was subbed off, I believe, the 70th minute. So missing him is going to be huge for them. And I don't know if they're going to be able to score at all with him. Chelsea, they were very unlucky to draw against Manchester United 1-1. They outshot Manchester United 24-3. So I think that's definitely an issue. You're not putting chances away. I think they'll definitely put chances away this game. You have Timo Werner back, you have Romelu Lukaku back. Both of them played last game. So I think they'll definitely bounce back this game and win it 3-0. Next match we have is between West Ham United and Brighton. Brighton, I said the last week, they are currently winless in the last 8 Premier League games. Overall, in all competitions, winless in the last 9 games. So they're definitely struggling for goals right now. Neil Maupay in his last 6 games has not scored a single goal. So he just can't get anything on target. The fans are booing everything, and they just aren't in the right place right now. So I think they'll continue to drop points. But they are playing West Ham, though. I think the only way that West Ham will win this game is if Saeed Benrahma can turn things around. He was subbed out in like the 60th minute against Man City for Lanzini, who actually ended up scoring. So I think West Ham will definitely turn things around off of their 2 last Premier League losses in a row. I have West Ham winning this game 2-1. Next match we have is between Wolves and Burnley. Wolves have they've been in such a weird form this year. I'm very surprised that they're a top 16 currently in the Premier League. They looked very poor last week against Norwich City, which is a big surprise considering Norwich City was dead last in the table through what seems to be the whole year. Wolves are just struggling for goals all year. Last game 0-0. They've had 9 of their games this season out of 13, which have ended in them scoring 1 goal or less. They've missed 21 big chances this season. So they're definitely struggling in front of goal, which is just surprising. You would think Jimenez or Heung Min Son or anyone would just put away more chances. So it's just surprising to see how poor they're doing. Burnley, they had that snow delay for postponement against Spurs. So I think definitely there might be the favorite coming into this game because they had a week off. So I think Burnley definitely has a good shot to win this game, but I'm going to sit on the fence and give it a 1-1 draw. Heading into our next match, we have Southampton and Leicester City. Fun fact about this match, in their last 6 games they've played each other, there's been 4 red cards in different games. So this is obviously a very aggressive game between these two teams. They've been very high scoring as well. You have Leicester one year winning this result 9-0. So there's definitely been a lot of interesting results between these two teams. Southampton just came off a very poor result against Liverpool, losing 4-0. So I don't know how well they're going to look in this game. Leicester just came off a huge win against Watford, winning 4-2. So they're definitely on the rise. I definitely consider them the favorite in this. Jamie Vardy scoring 2 goals. He's in great form again. James Maddison playing the best he's played all year, had a goal and 2 assists. So I think those two players can definitely get something going in this game, and I think they'll win it 2-1. Next match we have is between Everton and Liverpool. We have a Merseyside derby, so that should be very exciting to watch. Everton, though, are in really poor form. They lost 5 out of their last 6 games, and they're winless in their last 7. So I don't know what the heck is happening with them. They just don't look good anywhere. Defense is poor. Midfield is poor getting the ball forward. Their forwards can't shoot the ball. They're struggling to score goals. So I don't know how they're going to change things around, especially against this Liverpool, which is very hot. But the good thing about Everton for this game is that Liverpool has failed to beat them in the last 3 matches they played against them. But with that being said, Rafa Benitez is playing his former team, so you never know how he's going to react to that. Liverpool, I think Diego Yota, he scored in 2 straight games. So I think he's going to make it a hat trick, scoring 3 straight games. I think he's going to score multiple again. He's been in great form. Obviously, you can count on Salah, but I think Diego Yota is definitely going to be spotlight guy as he has the last 2 weeks. I think Liverpool easily going to hand it to Everton, win this game 3-1. Our last game of Wednesday is between Aston Villa and Manchester City. Aston Villa under Steven Gerrard, 2 games, 2 wins. So they're off to a very good start. So it's definitely surprising that they've won these 2 games as well. They played 2 pretty good sides in Brighton and Crystal Palace, who've both been in pretty good form so far this season. So it's definitely a surprise to see them doing this well. But their record against Manchester City isn't very good. Aston Villa's last win against Manchester City was in 2013. So I think if they're going to win this game, they're going to need Ollie Watkins to step up big for them. Ollie Watkins, he seems to be either really good or really bad for them. He'll have like those great games where it's like he'll score a goal, look great the whole game throughout, but then he'll have those games where he just disappears for the whole game. So we'll see what he does this game. I feel like this is going to be another game where he disappears. I think Manchester City are definitely going to be very dominant in this game. Man City haven't lost a game since the start of November. They won every single game of November. So I think they will go into this game. It's not in November anymore, but I think they will win this game. They have Phil Foden coming back off of an injury. They have Kevin De Bruyne potentially coming off the COVID list, but we'll see if he plays or not. So I think they definitely will win this game. I have them winning it 4-0. Our first game of Thursday is between Tottenham and Brentford. Brentford just came off a very big win against Everton. Everton definitely looked like the better of the two sides, but a win is a win. They still got the goals to get them the points. So 3 points is huge for them, especially after that terrible last 6 results of games. Ivan Toney's been firing in goals for them. He has 2 goals in his last 2 games. So I think he has a chance to definitely continue that into this game. His form's been looking really good, but it'll just be an issue whether or not Brentford can get the ball and put it into the forward position. Because I think Tottenham were going to look pretty dominant in this game. They came off a week where they didn't play because of the snow postponement at Burnley. So I think Tottenham will definitely come ready to this game. Something interesting though, under Conte, no forward has scored for Spurs yet this season. So in the Premier League, at least. So I think Kane and Son can definitely have a huge game. I'm definitely expecting Son to have a huge game. I'm probably going to captain him this week. I had him captain against Burnley, but of course that game didn't happen. So it defaulted to Salah for me. So I'm probably going to captain Son. And I think he's going to have a huge game against Brentford. I think Tottenham are going to win this game 3-0. Our final game this week is between Manchester United and Arsenal. So a pretty big game between two of the top 6 teams. Manchester United actually haven't beaten Arsenal since 2018. So Arsenal has definitely gotten the better of the results over the last couple of years. Manchester United did just come off a pretty big draw against Chelsea, so they were able to take some points under Carrick, which is pretty good. I know Carrick's not going to be in charge for long because they have the new manager coming in soon, but I believe Carrick will still be in charge of this game. Manchester United's lining up in a 4-3-1-2. So it's definitely interesting seeing them line up in different games, especially without Ronaldo starting, Sancho playing a new position, playing up top. So they definitely have a lot of interesting things going for them. McTominay and Fred, the McFred masterclass, both of them playing. So both of them didn't look very good either. So I'm surprised they only conceded one goal that game. But Sancho gets his first goal contribution of the season. So that's definitely something exciting. I think he could have definitely an impact on this game, but it depends on where he plays. If he plays in that forward position again, I think he definitely can do something. I'm expecting Rashford to also play there, as I predicted last week, but we'll see who Carrick decide to start. I'm definitely going to expect Ronaldo to play because he didn't start this last week. Arsenal have looked great recently, though. Besides that game against Liverpool, they have won every single game with a clean sheet. So that's definitely something interesting to consider looking at this game. Aubameyang, though, looked really poor against Newcastle, missing a point blank goal. Just, I'm surprised anyone could miss that. The only person you think would miss that would be Timo Werner. And I guess Aubameyang just wanted to put on his best Timo Werner impression. So he's been poor. Saka got injured last game, but Martinelli came on and scored. So that's a bright spot there. And I guess something that hurts as well. The fullbacks for Arsenal have been playing great. Tomiyasu got an assist. Nuno Tavares got an assist. And then you have Kieran Tierney potentially coming back from injury for this game. So I think Arsenal are definitely the brighter of the two teams. But I think Manchester United always will have that chip on their shoulder coming into this game, especially not getting any results against Arsenal recently. So I'm having a tough time deciding a winner in this game. So I'm just going to pick a draw and say it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Those have been my Premier League predictions for Game Week 14. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Any growth helps me out, so please feel free to do it. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, see you guys next time.